Hi all, it's Jarrett Lee with AlternateIncomePlan.com, and thanks for visiting our site. Today is, what's today? Saturday, August 1st, and I'm in Austin, Texas with MLSP, or My Lead System Pro. It's their annual event called Live the Dream. And just got back from an all-day session. They usually have it on Saturday and Sunday. Once a year. It's an annual event. And wow, it's been a long day. We started at about 8:45 this morning, and we went all the way till about 8 o'clock tonight. But I don't know if you can see this, but I've got about 10 pages of notes from all the different speakers that they had. And what they basically do is what all of the senior leaders within MLSP, or members, I should say, they each give a session throughout the day, maybe a 45-minute to an hour session, whereby they share some of the new and innovative things that they're doing in internet marketing. So it's a good way for the members to kind of get a sense for what the top leaders within the system are doing. So again, have a lot of notes here. But the day started off with Doug Fireball, and he was really good. He talked about having being a nuclear recruiter. And he focused on application and integration are so important in your transformation. So again, the actually once you learn something, to apply it and then integrate that into what you do, that's really important in your transformation in terms of your internet marketing business. And he also had a specific point that I wrote down. People want to feel better about themselves is at the core of why people enroll in a home business, whether that be offline or online. And so that's so important. And then he was talking about the MLSP family and how when we get together, it does feel like a family. And there are 450 of us packed in a conference room, all listening and trying to hone our skills, our internet marketing skills. And you definitely get a sense for, everyone wants to be, successful, and they want to make this happen for themselves. So it's a pretty good support network. So Doug talked about those basic things. And then after Doug, Kate McShay, she spoke. And I took a pretty nice picture of Kate today. I'll be on my blog or I'm on Facebook at some point. I'll load it up. But her session was the not-so-sexy 4 steps to 6 figures and beyond on the internet. And Kate had a really, really good session. But her 4 components were: uncover the ideal prospect, pick your foolproof offer and your capture page, drive traffic to the capture page with an offer, and then follow up. She called it 6-figure follow up. And one thing I really did like about her presentation, she talked about having, people, you've heard the term big, hairy, bodacious goals. Well, she talked about big, hairy, bodacious problems. And people have problems, and that's usually what drives them to take action, is those problems that they have. So Kate also talked about a couple other things. She talked about identifying your ideal prospect, and once you do that, you should make sure that 24/7, in terms of your marketing and advertising, you're thinking about ways to connect with that ideal prospect. She talked about that. She also have a bunch of different little things that I could share here, and then she also talked about developing content, and once you and then when you're developing content, there needs to be a shift in your mindset, and it needs to be a shift from the content creation as being an obligation to an opportunity. And a lot of people, when it comes to content creation, and you could be one of those folks, you feel it's an obligation and it's something you really don't like doing. But Kate flipped that around, and her point is that you should look at it as an opportunity to try to get your message out to help your ideal candidate to come up with solutions for them. So it really shouldn't be an obligation. It should be an opportunity for you to to teach and to share with the population or your target audience. So that was Kate. And then after Kate, there was Bill and Michelle Pesco-Solido, and they're big with regard to Facebook. And their talk was on selling more with Facebook without getting shut down. And the premise there is now Facebook has become a little bit more restrictive in terms of what you can do on there from an advertising perspective. And you're finding a lot of internet marketers are getting shut down on Facebook or not being able to advertise. And there's some things that they're doing that Bill and Michelle shared that they should get away from. But the one thing that I could say that they said, selling involves 3 things. In other words, selling on Facebook involves 3 things. One, you need an audience. You need to build a know, like, and trust a factor with that audience. And you need to have passion within what it is you're delivering or whatever your marketplace is. So have that passion, and that'll help whatever it is you're trying to sell. But Bill and Michelle spent, they went over well over an hour, and they had a lot of detail here. I could see a lot of different things here. But basically, creating that know, like, and trust factor is so important when it comes to relating on Facebook. There's a couple of things here, and I got several more pages of notes, but I guess what I'll do is I'll break these videos up into several different ones. I'll go through each one and let you know some key takeaways from each talk. So that's it for now. Again, Bill and Michelle were right before lunch. Their solutions and their talk was very, very good and interesting in terms of some of the new things that are happening with Facebook. So that's it for me. You can probably tell I'm pretty tired now. It's been a long day. I'm ready to hit that bed right behind me and get up and start it all over again tomorrow. It's an early start, and that's day 2. And I'll definitely give a report for day 2. So that's it for me. This is Jarrett Lee with alternateincomeplan.com. And there should be a link or some kind of fill in the blank form over to either your left or your right or underneath. You're not sure which, but click on that. Fill in your information, and you'll have access to detail or information like this all the time. Bye for now. Jarrett Lee, alternateincomeplan.com. Bye.